The call came while she was sitting across from me, phone face down, smile rehearsed. My name lit up her screen. She didn't flinch. That was the first tell. "I think your phone's ringing," I said. She laughed softly, eyes steady. Too steady. "Probably spam." She slid the phone away, like it was nothing, like it wasn't a loaded weapon. Her voice was warm. Careful, loving even. But something had already shifted inside me, a quiet internal click. I watched her lips move, forming familiar words, promises, casual details about her day. Every syllable sounded right. That's what made it wrong. I'd learned the difference between honesty and performance the hard way. Honesty breathes. Performance holds its breath. Her hand reached for mine. I let her take it. Her palm was cold. I didn't pull away. I didn't ask questions. I just listened and counted the spaces between her sentences. That's where the truth always hides. I told myself I was imagining things, that love doesn't come with evidence, that trust means silence. But the moments kept stacking. Unreturned calls, late nights explained too quickly, stories that ended before they began. She still looked at me like she always had. That almost hurt more. The betrayal wasn't loud. It didn't crash in. It seeped. A name I hadn't heard before slipped once, then vanished. A receipt folded too carefully. A reflection in a cafe window that didn't match the story she told me later. I didn't accuse her. Accusations are for people who need answers. I already felt them forming. At night, lying beside her, I studied the rhythm of her breathing, measured it, compared it to mine. We were out of sync. That's when I knew this wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a decision she'd made, repeatedly. The realization didn't make me angry. It made me precise. I became observant in ways that felt surgical. I memorized patterns, tracked time, learned her habits like an adversary studies terrain. I accessed phone records without drama, archived screenshots without emotion. Every discovery landed quietly. No spike, no collapse, just confirmation. I smiled when I needed to, touched her shoulder, kissed her cheek. Inside, my thoughts sharpened. I wasn't searching anymore. I was verifying. The other life revealed itself slowly, a parallel version of her that existed without me. Different tone, different urgency, different honesty. I never confronted her. Confrontation would have warned her. Instead, I waited. Truth, I'd learned, always finishes what it starts. The report arrived on a Tuesday. Plain envelope, no drama. Numbers, names, timelines. I read it once, then again, slower. There it was, clean, undeniable. The room felt smaller after that, not because of shock, because there was no longer any doubt. That night, I set the envelope on the table between us. Didn't say a word. She noticed it immediately. "What's that?" she asked. I looked at her for a long time, really looked. "Open it," I said. Her hands shook, just slightly. She knew. Her denial came fast, emotional, desperate, too late. I didn't raise my voice, didn't argue. I just watched the truth dismantle her, piece by piece. I told her I'd known for weeks. That was the worst part for her. Not the exposure, the patience. I explained how every lie had been documented, how every excuse had taught me something useful. She cried, reached for me. I stepped back. This wasn't about punishment, it was about position. "I wanted you to feel safe," I said calmly. "That's how I knew you'd tell me everything without realizing it." Her face collapsed. That was the moment she understood. I hadn't lost control, I'd taken it. I left before dawn, no note, no last look. The silence I carried with me felt earned. Some people seek closure and forgiveness. I found it in clarity. She had rewritten our story without my consent, so I removed myself from the narrative entirely. The truth didn't set me free, it sharpened me. And as I walked away, lighter than I'd been in months, one thought remained, cold, final, unshakable. I didn't lose her. I outgrew the lie she chose to become.